Okay, these two turnouts, I'm going to put a Dwarf Signal in. Now, because I've got two turnouts, I've got two Tortoise machines, but I'm only going to use one toggle switch. And the toggle switch will run both of the Tortoise machines. Instead of having two toggles, I only need one. And it will, when I wire it up, it will move both turnouts at the same time. And also, the incline, I'm also going to put a Dwarf Signal. And then I've got another two turnouts, which I'll make them turn at the same time as well. So I'll have 3 toggles to move 5 turnouts. And I'll show you how I'm going to do it. And with my toggle switch, I'm just going to put a toggle switch on my fascia board with no lines or no lights. But my light will be, or my signal will be just in front there with a Dwarf Signal. Now the Dwarf Signal is one of these. It's a green and red. So visually, when I see it in here, if I see it green, it means it's gonna, the trains will just run along the tracks without crossing over. And when it's red, it means the train's going to cross over, just so I can visually see it. But anyway, I'll show you how I'm going to wire it. Okay, I thought I'd do a drawing on how I'm operating the two turnouts with the two Tortoise machines and one Dwarf Signal. Now, as you can see on the drawing, both pin 1s on the Tortoise machines interlocked with each other, and both pin 8s. And then they go to the centre switch of the double pole double throw. And then the positive and negative wires will go to the end pins on the switch, and with the Dwarf Signal, the common wire will go to the end of the switch, and then the red and green wire from the Dwarf Signals will go to 6 and 7, but depending on which way you want to turn the lights on, you may have to put it, the red in 7 and the green in 6, and vice versa. And then number 5 on one of the Tortoise switches goes to the end of the double pole double throw. So also, I've also got to link the bottom left to the top right with a wire, which will join the common wire, and then the bottom right to the top left will join up to the number 5. So I hope this sort of helps you on how to wire it all up. Now also my pins 2, 3 and 4 on the Tortoise machines are the wires that come from the track underneath the layout to operate the frog on the turnouts. And also, depending on how you put your Tortoise machines underneath the layout, if they both don't come on at the same time in the same direction, you just switch the wires around. But anyway, that is the drawing. Okay, I'm about to wire up the toggle switch. Now, my first wire I'm going to do is the crossover from one end to the other. I'm going to join my power, which will go to a 12 volt power supply. So I'm just going to wrap these around. And solder it to this point. And a bit of flusk. And that's the first one. Then I cross over to this pin, which will go to my dwarf signal as well. Okay, I've soldered all my toggle switch up now, and as like the drawing, the two N1s are power, the two centre ones are for the Tortoise machine, for number 1 and number 8, and the two N1s, the right one is for the dwarf signal, and the left one is the one that goes to Tortoise, number 5. So I'll show you how I'm going to wire it up. Okay, I've pre-wired everything up now, and as you can see the green light on the dwarf signal, and the arms on the Tortoise machine are to the left. Now, when I flick the switch, they both move to the right and the dwarf signal is red. Because I thought I'd show you on the table how it works, otherwise I have to get under the layout. So that's what she looks like and works like. Also, you'll see a lot of wires on how I've wired all my Tortoise machines. This is just so I could wire under the layout by using these barrier strips. And on the one Tortoise, you can just see I've just got the pin 1 and pin 8. But when we come up over to this one, the pin 1 and pin 8 interlock with each other, and then you can see my green wire and red wire for the dwarf signal which is in 7 and 6, my commons in 5. So when I'm under the layout, I just got to put the wires to here instead of up to the Tortoise machine. Okay, I've just finished putting all the dwarf signals in now, and as you can see, this one's now red, so that would mean that the train will cross over. And then up the top, you can also see the incline is green, and up the back it's red. So we'll run a train and make sure that the train crosses over. Okay, the light's green, so that means it's going to go along the main. Now it's red, and it should cross over. Okay, dwarf signal is red. We'll now change it to green, which is the main line. So the train should now not cross over. And straight ahead she goes. And now I'm going to flick the switch again and you'll see both turnouts change. And the light's now still saying it's on the main. But anyway, this is a wrap.